Hello, guys. Welcome to the Bankroll. Today's guests are Stuart from tipsterhq.com and Mr. Martin Green from Need for Tips, also a sports writer for us here at Bookmakers Review, Odds Market, and SBR, as is Stuart. We've got a couple of matches to start with today. We've got Honduras versus Australia, we've got New Zealand versus Peru, and we're going to give you some value bets for the Africa matches. But first of all, I want to welcome Stuart and Martin. Thanks for being here.
Hello.
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 You're not flying now, Martin. Your feet are on terra firma.
For now, at least, yeah. I went to Georgia in Far Eastern Europe and I survived. They did threaten to kill me if the article that I wrote didn't generate sales of 10,000 cases within 3 months of publication. But I'm still here now, and you've got at least 3 months of me.
Okay. So you're extolling the virtues of Georgian Palinka, are you? Is that it?
It's the best. Please buy as much of it as you can.
Buy lots. Buy often.
Stu, I can see here you've started off on the comments saying it has been a tough week. Why has it been tough? Is it, what's been tough about it?
International football generally is tough. The bookies all over it. The only times you can actually make any money are when you think England could possibly lose, and basically the home nations markets have gone heavy on it and put some real value in. So in this week's games, I think I found 3 tips in the European qualifiers that I thought were reasonable, but not huge value, I have to say. The go over to Africa, though, there's some good ones there, though. That's pretty good.
There are. Listen, we will get over to those. And I know there's one bet which pretty remarkable. We'll talk about that when we get to it. We do have Alex here is asking, you like Switzerland, Stuart? I actually quite like Switzerland. And we actually covered that in yesterday's video. So make sure to quickly check that out. I think my bet for that was for Switzerland to score over 1.5 goals, 2.96. Scoring machines, 23 goals. I know Northern Ireland will want to keep it tight, but I like the value in that one, 2.91. But go and check what Flash and Alex had to say on that match. Gonna start though with Honduras versus Australia. We've got Honduras 2.05, draw 3.25, and Australia 4.33. Gonna start with you, Martin, on this one. What do you like?
I think this is going to be quite a tight, cagey, low-scoring affair between 2 nervous teams that really have to deal with the weight of their nation's expectations on their shoulders. This is such a crucial game. 2 very different sides, completely different styles of play, completely different sides of the world have somehow ended up in a qualifier against one another. I think Australia did get quite lucky in scraping past Syria in the last round. They had to rely on 39-year-old Tim Cahill scoring in the 109th minute. I think they'll struggle to win this first game, but I think they might battle to a draw. So the draw does look attractive at 4.0, but I am quite interested in this under 2.5 goals here at 8 to 13.
Okay, it's slightly different than you on that one, I have to say. I really like both teams to score. I think that Australia will get a goal at Honduras. Honduras concede. If you look back at the last round there, 19 goals conceded. Pretty leaky net there. They scored over a goal a game. I'm actually would go for both teams to score, and the over 2.5 goals going to stick with both teams to score. I know the common consensus, though, is a lot of people are expecting like cagey affairs in these next round of matches across Europe, across these qualification matches as well. Stuart, any thoughts on? I know we spoke earlier about this game, and I know you haven't really been able to find the value that you like to bet on this game. But any thoughts of whether this will be an overs or an unders game?
I think people know the value I like to bet on is high odds, and there's generally not anything in this one. But I think it's going to be an interesting game, mainly because it's probably going to be one of the more open first leg games that we're going to see. Honduras, as you said, not brilliantly great at defending, but they're a fairly solid South American side, and this is going to be a battle. I wouldn't be surprised to see a player sent off somewhere. Some kind of crazy tackle that goes flying in from a Honduran player, the kind of leg breaker we've seen in the past. Hopefully nobody gets injured is the main thing. The big real concern for Australia is, Tim Tim is out injured. Tim Cahill may only play a few minutes in this one, and they rely on him to get the goals. I mean, he's 39 years old, and he is his country's great big hope right now, and that is an issue. You got to be really worried about that. I think you're right, though. Both teams to score. I found 2.1 with Ladbrokes was pretty good. And I also thought we may see a draw. So Australia plus 0.5, 1.87 with Bet Victor. Those are the two I'm looking at the moment, but not huge value, I have to say.
I don't know. You are a hard better to please, Stuart, because I actually even like Honduras 2.04 on their turf. Martin, what do you think about the Honduras bet?
I think if anyone's going to win it, it's more likely to be Honduras. Yeah, they're a bit hit and miss. It's going to be quite a big ask for Australia to have travelled all the way over there and come away with 3 points. So, yeah, I think it could well end in a draw. But if it's going to go to either team, it'll be Honduras for me.
Yeah, Alex is commenting on my mic. Thank you very much. This is my new toy, a new Blue Yeti microphone. So very pleased with that. Hopefully you can hear me loud and clear. Heading over now, New Zealand versus Peru. Peru 1.83, draw 3.5. New Zealand 5.09. New Zealand obviously had a bit of an easier go in their group with the likes of Fiji. Peru obviously finished above Chile, which is pretty good in itself. Peru enter obviously as rightful favourites. They are travelling to New Zealand. 1.83 though, I think looks pretty good value for the Peru win. Stuart, 1.83 not quite in your realm, but do you see New Zealand winning?
Keep me out of this one. This has nothing. No, I'm not touching it. There's no value here whatsoever. Do I see New Zealand winning? Not a chance. They've called up 37-year-old Jimmy Fallon or Rory Fallon, who was last seen playing some football low league in the southwest of England. He was on a short-term contract at Torquay United in the conference and couldn't even make it. And he's been called up for this game. And you're like, nah, I don't want to touch this one. It's such a one-sided game. You've got to go for something in the handicaps. You've got to get anything near decent odds, I think.
What is wrong with 1.83, Stuart? Like, what more do you want? This is a team that really should win this. 1.83. What is wrong with that?
I want 2. I want 2 and above. I mean, there's no way I want to be trying to back something like that. Not good enough for me. Sorry.
Martin, tell him off. He should. What do you think?
I don't understand that from Stuart, to be honest. Might be losing his mind a little bit there. Jimmy Fallon's a TV host, not a footballer. That would be pretty. Rory Fallon. Times if they were trying to.
A lot of difference between them.
Yeah, you never know. Jimmy Fallon might be better up front. I think, this is a one-sided affair in prospect. If you look at the odds of who's going to qualify, you can get Peru at just 1.1 with some of the bookmakers, and you can get 7 odds of 6-1 on New Zealand going through. But just because the first leg is being played in New Zealand, you can get very good odds on Peru. I really like the look of that 1.83. They are unbeaten in 2017. They've beaten Uruguay, they've beaten Bolivia, and they've beaten Ecuador. They've pulled off draws against the likes of Colombia and Argentina this year. They've shut out Lionel Messi. They're a very good side, and they finished above Chile. They've proved it. They're very good going forwards. Rui Diaz, Farfan, and Reina are all strong, and they've got a pretty stubborn defence, which should have a good chance of containing Chris Wood, the Burnley striker. That looks a good bet for me. I like that a lot. 1.83. I don't need it to go to 2 at all. I'm having that.
With you on that one, Martin. But listen, moving over, just want to quickly shout out as well. Shout out to Alex there, Need for Tips. He's watching. Thanks for watching, buddy. We'll see you soon. And to all the lovely comments as well. Thank you for those. Very nice. But heading over to Africa now, and I'm going to start with possibly my most favorite, but I'm very surprised about this one. It has to be Algeria versus Nigeria, and all 3 of us are on this match. Algeria at home 1.91, draw 3.15, and Nigeria 4.2. The reverse, or Nigeria win 3-1. Nigeria are undefeated. They're top of Group B, whilst Algeria is at the bottom, 0 wins. Why on earth? Well, actually, my only reason, or that I can think that Nigeria is priced at 4.2, is because they don't need the win. I think they're 6 points above second place there. Yeah, 6 points clear of Zambia. That would be my only reason, but still 4.2. You've got to look at that. Stuart, is that the value that you're looking for?
Oh yes, now we're talking my kind of money. I only got odds of 4, so if you can get 4.3, fantastic. Even at 4, it was really, really good. I mean, you're talking about a side. They've scored 11 goals against Algeria in their last few matches. They've only conceded 3. Algeria have never beaten Nigeria in competition. Never. It's never happened. Why do they think it's going to happen now when they're in poor form? Compare the two squads. You're talking about a side that's captained by John Obi Mikel. They've got Ahmed Musa up front, Simon Moses, Odion Ighalu, Kelechi Iheanacho. They've basically got Leicester. Ndidi as well, battling out in midfield. The only real concern is that Nigerian backline is a bit young and might be a little bit suspect. But I don't think Algeria are the team to really push on. Just the odds are fantastic. These are lovely. And I think Nigeria will be wanting to win this one just for pride. They want to go through the group unbeaten.
Yeah, I agree with you. Do you think that this, obviously, the odds are good enough that we sort of wait to see what team they are, their sort of first 11 that they're playing with? Would that be a better option? Do the bookies know something we don't? Because really, I think that this price should be at least reversed.
Yeah, I would be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if the odds were reversed, honestly. I mean, I know Algeria, the home side, and to see a home side at odds of 4 would be very, very unusual. And also, of course, Nigeria have qualified, and also it's very difficult to pick things out when it comes to African sides sometimes. But Nigeria, they're a good side. They've got real quality in there, and I would be really, really surprised to see them lose.
Yeah, I would as well. Martin, over to you. Are you with us on this one? Are you as shocked as we are to see Nigeria 4.2?
I'm surprised. Yeah, I think you make a good point about them having already qualified, which can sometimes put a dent in a team's motivation to actually win. I think, like you say, it might be a good idea to check the starting lineups, but then that runs the risk of the odds shifting if they put out a strong team. So I'm just going to back them now, get those good odds. But I'm not going to go huge on this one because of the fact that Nigeria have already qualified. Yeah, I mean, but they could field a young and experimental team because they don't need the win. But even then, those players could respond by putting in a really strong performance because they can try to earn a place on that plane to Russia next summer. So I think either way, you're going to see a good performance from Nigeria, and the odds are just too good to ignore, really. I am surprised they're that high. So smallish stake, not going crazy on it, but yeah, I like that.
Yeah, good point there. Small stake. The odds are good enough there, 4.2. Don't go crazy. But I tell you what, if you did want to tread a little bit more with caution, Nigeria draw no bet, 2.8. And then Nigeria and the draw, a double chance there, 1.8. So look into those. Next one we have got, and funnily enough, actually, Stuart and I, we've gone for 3 matches in the Africa matches. And all 3 are the same, and which wasn't scripted. Next, we've got South Africa versus Senegal. Must win for Senegal at the top of Group D, but Burkina Faso is just 2 points below. But Senegal obviously is 1 game behind, and it's this game that was cancelled. So, Stuart, what do you like here?
I think Senegal will be happy with a point in this one. I mean, I know South Africa, bottom of the group, not done very well. It's been a massive drop for them because this is a side that was hosting the World Cup not that long ago, beating the holders in the first game and looking pretty good. Like they had some real verve about them, and things just seem to have dropped. They don't seem the same, do they? For me, I think this one's going to end in a draw because you look at the history, and this game ends in a draw so often. It's unbelievable. And you can get the odds aren't great, 3.09, and but anything above 2.6, I think, is value on this one. So go for that, in my opinion.
All right. Well, you might be a bit disappointed in my bet. I actually do like the Senegal win. I think they'll get something out of this. I'm gonna take Senegal draw no bet though at a massive odd of 1.83. Not quite your level, but I really like it. I think the problem is Senegal. I think South Africa have a very hard time scoring. They are at home, but against a team who have conceded only 2 goals. While South Africa they've got a leaky game there, leaky defense. Sorry, 6 goals over 4 games, and I think that's what's going to prove a problem with South Africa. So it's Senegal draw no bet for me, 1.83. Next we have Zambia versus Cameroon. What do you like in this one, Stu?
Well, I was quite surprised to see the odds on this one. Bookies have both teams to score no as the favourite, but look at the amount of goals that have been scored in this fixture. Also, neither of these sides are particularly good in defence, are they? I mean, Zambia, very, very leaky. Cameroon, not a lot better, frankly. And I was really happy to see both teams to score yes at evens. And that's what I've gone for. Bet365 on the odds on there. But other bookies as well, you can get better. So keep your eyes open.
Ooh, I think this is I was gonna go for the unders here, but there's no value. 1.57. Reverse match was a 1-1 draw. I think it's going to be really close. I'm actually going to go for as well. We've got Zambia at home, 2 wins, 1 draw, 2 losses. I actually think that Zambia can win this one, and I'm going to go for Zambia draw no bet with the possibility of the draw as well. 2.2. Zambia for the win as well. Was it Zambia for the win? 3.39. When I saw you'd gone for this game, I was thinking maybe you were gonna do one of your crazies, but yeah, I think Zambia will get something of this, especially at home. But I think it will be a close encounter. I do like the end of 1.57. Not a lot of value. Any other matches, Martin, you're looking at, or you're just going? You just love that one, Algeria versus Nigeria.
I do like that one. Yeah, I would say that African football probably isn't a speciality of mine. I much prefer South America, Central America. You do get some very strange, inconsistent results, I find, in Africa. So I stick to some of the bigger teams like Morocco, Ivory Coast, players that have got a lot of Premiership and European players that I know well. Must confess to a slight lack of knowledge about the depth of the Zambia squad. So I'm gonna stick with the bets I've got.
Yeah. I was looking at that match actually, Ivory Coast versus Monaco, must win for those both teams, but couldn't. I felt that it could have gone a few ways. Ivory Coast, there are the favourites too. But what's your best bet, Martin, headed into the next round of matches?
I'm going to go for the away win for Peru, 1.83. Love it.
Yeah, very nice. I like that one too. Stuart, what's your favourite bet?
Nigeria. Come on. That's just such a lovely set of odds for a game that really they should come through very nicely.
Oh, Stu, is that a Nigerian accent?
No, it's absolutely not. I wouldn't even try. Wouldn't want to insult people with my
happy rubbing his hands.
I was like, I'm counting my money already.
Yeah, I like the Peru win actually a lot, 1.83. I also really like the both teams to score bet, Honduras versus Australia. Actually like a few of my bets there, but there we have it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back on Sunday. I think it's like 10 p.m. Eastern time, just before the Europe matches kick off, about an hour or so before. So make sure to catch us before you place your bets. Hopefully, get some knowledge from us before making those all important bets. But Martin, Stuart, thank you, and see you soon.
Thanks very much. Good luck.